Okay, I'm trying to make this fast. So the market has been running up. So now, but it seems to have kind of stopped. So the core trade, I'm in two of these now. I had to get in at, I got in at 30.55 and I moved it up to 30.70. So if it keeps running past here, I'm going to be in some loss, but it's not much loss, and I'll probably just leave it alone. Depending on what happens, you could put in something here to make it to prop it up, but I don't think it's a good idea on a short week like this. So I'll probably just take the loss if not, if it reverses on you, like right now, if it reversed on me, you can see, you'd be. And it's going back down, there's still plenty of profit to be made. So that's where I am on this trade at the moment. I mean, even by tomorrow, it's gonna be. Anyway, you can see it could be fine. Bullish one, even though it's gone up a lot, still hasn't triggered the 30.95 where I'm looking. But this volatility is gonna. I drop this a bit more, so I probably would get in a little bit earlier. Might move this down a little bit, but I'm gonna let it go for today. So nothing to do here. Still in profit. Still should be in profit. Just minor loss for now. The bearish with this huge run up. I mean, the biggest run up ever. Now I traded this differently. I traded this in more of a delta neutral style, like I explained in the earlier video. And instead of doing the the whipsawing thing with the two. So if I had done it the other way, I just would have gotten into another trade this would be at 30.30 instead. I'm just showing you what it would have been. And I'd be at $130 in profit instead of being, but then if it had gotten whipsawed, then I couldn't say that. So I think it's good to do this trade the way I'm doing it, even though this week it's not working out as well, but that doesn't matter. And if it backs up, I'm making plenty of money. If it keeps going, I'll probably get out. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Like tomorrow, like there isn't that, like the theta is supposed to be, like look, if it goes tomorrow, if you're here tomorrow and it runs up again, it's still going to be pretty low. I mean, like look at the pink line. It's still, no, it's, shit, sorry, the pink line is tomorrow. Because that pink line is tomorrow, and it's still $40-$50 in loss only. So, and what is it? It's probably going to fall at least a little bit at some point. So it's just kind of easier to not, even if it continues up, it'll just fall back a bit, get out then down here instead or something. So I'm going to leave this on. The iron, I won, and so that offsets the loss for the week, and I'm gonna get in again right now. So this is 205, so book this profit and never went into loss at all. It was just a very simple win. Never had to put the hedge on. So I'm gonna do this really fast. So let me close all this out. So I'm gonna just delete this and do it. So here we go, deleting all this. Okay, I was already looking at it, so I think I have a general idea of what to do. So I'm going to do 8 days out and 10 days out. So on the, I just want to, it doesn't really matter. You're just playing around, but I pick generally 50 points up just to start with. So 31, 10, that area. I'm going to, on the call side, look and see what I'm going to get. 3100, whatever. 3110. So if I look at this 3100 right here, okay. If I take the 37, that's just to note the delta is 37. I'll sell one of these. On the put side, I want to go, another. So that's like 40, 50 points up, something like that, 40 points up. On the put side, maybe I want to go a little further down, like down here. I already had been playing with it. So that's 34. Sorry, click on that, sell that. So now, and then I want to go, maybe about, the next one, the next expiration. And I said 37, so maybe I think like 15 change in delta, 0.15, so looking like the 22 area. Right there, see, I was playing with it before. So I hit the ask, And on this side, I'm going to do the, yeah. So, 19 or something. They're gonna come out to about the same. Delta should be pretty flat. You see the delta is almost nothing. Okay, and then the idea is that the MES, I'm gonna put, there and there, and put 2 here and 2 here. I'm just going to decide what point to put them on at. Let me just put this back to ES. Doesn't really matter. And then, okay. So now I have to just decide where I want to put these on. But the only thing I'm going to change a little bit this time, instead of just playing it normally, which is fine, I think I'm going to bias it slightly to this side. So that way, if the market continues to run up, I can just probably get out of everything at break even or something. So there's 2 ways to do that. You can put the call, the long call a little closer to you, or the long put a little farther from you. I mean, there's 4 ways to do it, but that's the way I'm going to do it. So if I put the long put farther out, you'll get much more credit, right? So let me just put it like that. So look at the delta. It's 0.2. So yeah, you see now it's a little bit more. So maybe I'll do it on the other side. I'll make this a little closer. 3140. Okay. So if it runs, okay, I am getting the call. So pause. Sorry about that. But business is business. Okay, so I'm just trying to. You see here, if it runs up, and I mean, it's not going to make much of a difference, right? But just in the next couple of days, it runs up, make another $100 or something. That's all. So, because the second is when this thing gets out. Is the second is Thursday? Yeah. I just think I'm going to stick to the regular plan on this trade. Okay, so sorry. The reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't think I'm sorry. I know I'm not making sense here. Okay, it's fine. The expiration's fine. Okay, so let me put it back. What was I at? I don't remember. So, so I gotta move the call. I gotta move the put back up a little. And the call back down a little. No, wait, back up a little. I mean, sorry. So, yeah. So you can see it's getting closer. So I just gotta put it. The put will be cheaper. So, and then you can look at how much money you're getting from each one. So that's $10. 23 and 13 is $10. This is $12. So if you wanted to get an even amount or something, you could say move that up a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty close to 0. I'm just gonna see if I can get a little tighter. Oh, there you go. 2. And again, okay, so there you go. So now I probably would get a better fill if you put this in as like, I think you could put this in together, the longs together first, then the shorts together. You can't do them as spreads, diagonal spreads with futures, but that's okay. So, but this is market all right now. It doesn't give you Like, look, if you go down here and you hit create duplicate order, you'll see that, it's 24, 25, and 24.50, or it gives you the smaller price for the shorts, which is good. I mean, but you probably would get this. I probably would get, when I lock these in, you probably know that sometimes you get 25 cents better, which is $12.50 on each one of these. So, that's why you're down $50, $80. Sometimes you'd only be down half of that. You're probably not going to get in at no. Hardly ever do you ever get in with no slippage, but you get in with something. So when I lock them like this, that's it. That's my entry, and that's about right. Okay, so now look, I am going to say, where do I get in? First place, I just take a guess. 3110 up here. 3110. See how it goes. 3110, and so if it runs over here, that's probably pretty good for the first time, because I want it to be as far away as I can. I mean, even 3115 or something, 3115. Nah, it's too. I mean, no. I'm gonna. If it runs off the edge, I just want to get out, so I don't actually want to have too many bites at the apple. So, what did I say? 3105. Let me try that. Okay. So if it runs off the edge and hits that, I'd rather just get out. So this might change. You can make this closer or farther depending on how volatility changes. But because tomorrow or the next day, let's say it's gone up here but it hasn't hit it yet, and you can see that you'll make a little money if it goes up here. So maybe you push this back 5 points or whatever. But for right now, it's 3105 is what I'm going to go with. And on the bottom side, 3010 I'll look at. A little too far away because you run off your in-law. So 3020. Basically fine. So there you go. So now, if it doesn't hit 3010 or 3020, I'm out. I'm just going to stay in the middle and make my money. And then once you've made some money, and it comes back, and it's back toward the middle, then I say, hey, you know what? I didn't have to even do this and now I don't want to for this trade. So let's just say, for example, that it's bounced around, it's gone down here, gone up here, fooled around, didn't hit either one of these, and a bunch of time has passed, and now you're $237 in profit, or maybe $350 of profit that area, and it hasn't hit one. So you're going to say, well, instead of triggering it, let's say it was there, I would just make a hard line and say, hey, you know what? From now on, if it stays below 31, I would take these off, so I'm no longer going to trigger these. If it stays below 3100, I'm going to stay in the trade, and if it stays above 3020, I'm going to stay in the trade. And as long as it stays between those two lines, just let it keep going up and making theta. As soon as it touches one of those lines, you just get out and take whatever your profit is, which will be, if this were the case, it went up here, it would be, you get down to 220 something, spend $50, you make 175 or something like that. So that's my little system. Okay, so put this back on today. And I'm going to unlock this is in the middle. I'm going to set this, my new iron diagonal alerts. And pretty soon I'm going to start trading this for real. But right now, here I go. So what did I call it? What did I say it was? It is 3105 and 3020. So 3105. Okay, this is iron diagonal MES. So MES iron diag. Okay. 3105, right? That's that. And then I said, I already forgot. It's 3020. Okay, so 3020. Get some more alert. Change this to ask. Put this on at a below and make this 3020. Okay. Those are my 2 alerts. And I'm off to the races with this again. Okay. So, let's see what happens. There it is.